What's up, everybody? So this eyeshadow is what we're going for today. I was trying to go for a little tropical and it kind of came out a little Rastafarian, but it's cool. So the first thing we're going to do is prime our eyelids, and then I'm using a BH Cosmetics 2nd edition 120 color palette, and we're going to start off with the yellow. And then I just use a flat shader brush. This is going just on our lid, and I'm focusing it more on the front part of my lid. And with all of these colors, you really have to pack it on because I want everything to be as intense as possible. So then I'm going to go in and just use my bronzer for my crease transition color, and I just use a big fluffy brush. And this, I don't care if it's messy or anything, it's going to get covered up anyway. I just want it down so that it can help all the other colors transition well into one another, because there's going to be a lot that we put on. So I just blow it out everywhere. And then I go back and I continuously have to reapply each color just to intensify it. So then I'm going to take a hot pink, and then my blending E36 Sigma brush. It's just a smaller blending brush so I can get this a little bit more into my lower crease. And that's where I'm going to stick this pink. And I'm going to put a lot of layers. Each color that I put on, it takes a while because you have to be patient and put as many layers as possible to get the color to be as bright as what you desire. And for me, I like everything dramatic, I like everything bold, so that's what I was going for. So it took a while, but eventually I ended up with something like this. So it took a while, I'm not gonna lie. Then I took an orange, and I just take the same brush that I used for the yellow, and I'm pushing this on the more on the outer part of my eyelid, like the eyelid part on the outer end. And then I'm going into my V a little bit too, just because it's going to help all the other colors that I put in my outer V blend well together. And then I go back and I have to put more pink. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is not easy. You just got to keep layering your colors. If you want your eyeshadow to be bright, you got to be patient. And then you gotta go back and just so everything's blended well, just go over everything with the big blending brush every so often. And then go back with the yellow, go back with the orange, just get everything going. It was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. But it was worth it. So then we're gonna take a red, and I'm making this up as I go. So, I mean, eventually I did realize that I was starting to look like a rainbow a little bit, but it's cool. For the red, I'm focusing just on the outer V because I want my eye to have a lot of definition in the outer V, because I don't really have a crease. I'm Asian. I have Asian eyes. My eyelids, they're not very textured and like beautiful, so I have to fake it a lot of the time. So I am really careful to just only stick those dark colors in the outer V and then carefully blend it softly with the pink so that it just all blends well together. That's what I like, is really, really well blended eyeshadows. But I like all the definition and everything to be there, so it's a process. And I'm going back and intensifying the orange, and then we're gonna take a purple, and this is just because I wanted more definition into my outer V. So I'm concentrating that where I put the red, basically. And then we ended up with something like this. So I'm examining everything, making sure I didn't look like I got punched in the face, even though I usually do, but it all looks better once you finish the rest of your look. So then here I start to clean up the edges a little bit, but I end up straightening that line out later a little bit differently. So for eyeliner, it's always easiest for me to just start off with the wing, draw the wing out, and then connect it to about halfway to your eyelid. And then once you're connecting it, you can make the front part really, really skinny, because I like when it's really, really skinny in the front and then it wings out nice and thick. It makes you look very catty. And that's what I like. And then after you get the shape that you want, I always go back and straighten it. And that's just with brushing a concealer, I straighten out that line. So it kind of looks like we did the whole tape method, but we just cheated it. So ignore my dirty hand, but here's my eyelash. Put a little bit of glue, let it get tacky for a little bit, stick it on with some tweezers, and then push your fake eyelashes to the real ones at some point, and we got eyelashes. So for the bottom eye lash line, I just took a lime green at first, and I just used a pencil brush, and I smoked it along my lash line, Then I took a little bit of a darker green just for the outer part of the lash line, for more definition, of course. And then I have small eyes, so I just like to take a brush and clean up. You know, I don't want the eyeshadow to fall too far down, because I feel like it makes my eyes look even smaller. I don't know. And then I go back and blend it all out with the blending brush anyway, so I mean, it was unnecessary, I guess. So then just put a little bit of mascara on. I love spidery bottom eyelashes. And I just use a basic white for a highlight, just because I didn't want to mess with my color palette. And then here I am flexing for you guys a little bit. I swear that eyelash glue that's on my eyelash, it dried eventually. Just not yet at this point. But it was getting there, I promise. And then here I am again flexing, giving y'all a close up. Again, that eyelash glue, it disappeared later, I promise. So yeah, here's the finished look. My hair's straight. I didn't do shit with this look. I just went to go get a movie and then chilled at my house. So hopefully if you guys try it, I hope you really get to enjoy it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching.